What's good, everybody? It is the DSG, episode 44 of the DSG Devine deck, whatever you want to call it. Matt and Mike Devine are here. We got a lot of homies in the chat already. My boy, terrible Padres memes, terrible SDFC memes, who we're doing the scarf with. We got my guy Nico, EVT, Daniel. Hey, the vibes are high, and you know what? The vibes are high. It's baseball season, baby.
It is
1 p.m. Chris Sale versus Mike King. I just get tingly thinking about it, brother. We're here. It's a season. Shit's legit. We have a lot to talk about tonight. This is gonna be a ripper episode. As everybody knows, a lot of decisions were made when it comes to the roster today. We don't know all about the pitching yet, but we pretty much know who's going to be on this roster. Before we get into that, Mike Devine, what's good? Chat, what's good? Let us know where you're watching.
What's good, brother? Yeah, man. I mean, we're here. We're finally here. Season's back around. I saw somebody respond to our tweet and say, it feels like the season came around quick. I actually have to agree. The off season felt kind of fast, which is a good thing because we got baseball back. It's going to be nice to see the boys play some real ball. But we have a lot to talk about, and I have some stuff to get off my chest.
How about you cook right now? Well, let Mies cook. And before Mies cooks, I want to give a couple shout outs to everybody in the chat. We got Poway, Imperial Beach, Poway, live from San Diego County Jail. Hope you make it out, my brother. What's up, boys? Sending good vibes. Daniel, appreciate you. Hope everybody's having a good night because this episode, we're going to cook a little bit, but at the same time, this is the farewell to the off-season episode. The vibe should be no higher. What better feeling is it than knowing that we have an entire new season of baseball starting on Thursday? We have a great team. There's a couple things that we can improve on, but overall, we have a team with Fernando Tatis Jr., Jackson Merrill, Manny Machado. We got some stars, man.
Yeah, I'm with you.
And I'm ready to rock. That being said, first, if you could like this chat, it means a lot. Second, let Mies cook.
Yeah, I mean, really it boils down to a few things, right? Your points are right. Our team has Fernando Tatis. Our team has Jackson Merrill. Our team has Manny Machado. Our team has Dylan Cease, Michael King. The team has the guys. But every good team, every World Series team has a couple guys that come through in the clutch in the playoffs that aren't their stars. And the issue that I have with this roster at the moment, right, is there is no way on God's green earth that Yuli Gurriel is that guy. There is no way. And listen, I think Jason Hayward's probably a fantastic individual. He's not that guy either. That bench is stinky, my brother. That bench is very stinky. Martin Maldonado is on that bench. Yuli Gurriel is on that bench. I have faith in Sheets. Stay sheeting.
Stay sheeting, baby.
I like B-Lock. But you cannot convince me that a winning team puts Yuli Gurriel and Martin Maldonado. Martin Maldonado is fucking horrible. He got cut by the White Sox. Last year, I know it's a new season, the worst baseball team of all time. He got cut. He got fucking cut.
In July.
Why are we employing him? You go from almost arguably, if G-Lo pops in the chat, he'll probably fucking say, shut the fuck up. Should have beat the Dodgers last year. Didn't, right? So what do? You you don't bring back Profar, and you replace him with Jason Hayward and Brandon Lockridge platoon, right? Good job. You don't re-sign Pro. You don't re-sign Higgy. And now you got an Elias Diaz and Martin Maldonado backstop instead of Kyle Higashioka. And it's not like Higgy got 15 mil. He got like $4 fucking mil a year, and you didn't pay him. And now you're stuck watching geriatric Martin Maldonado strike three. Listen, somebody tweeted at us today, if Martin Maldonado hits 15 home runs, 15 home runs? 15?
Let's see. Has he ever hit over 10?
He's ever hit 15 home runs. He's been in the league since 2012.
He hit the most home runs he's ever hit in a year is 14 in 2017 with the Angels.
7, Matt. It's goddamn. We're almost 10 years since that. It's been 8 years since he hit 14 home runs, and this guy's like, if he hits 15, he's 38. He's old as shit. We have literally geriatric players on our bench. That's supposed to be like, oh, here's where Tirso and Oscar Gonzalez, these young dudes, can come in off the bench, perform, and then you have a guy that might be on the team for the next 5 years because he's a solid bench guy, a la Chris Taylor back in the day, a la Max Muncy, not to Dodgers glaze, but that's what they did. They had these young guys that were on the bench perform, and then you sign them on team-friendly contracts. But you know what we're doing? Hey, Eggy Rosario, go hit 20 fucking bombs for the Miami Marlins while we watch Yuli Gurriel hit 180 with 1 homer and get DFA'd on June 1st. That is what is going to happen. We talked about this over text.
I know.
If the reason that Yuli Gurriel, if the reason is because he is friends with Manny Machado better win the fucking MVP award. And this team better make the playoffs.
Hey, real quick. Jay Drizzy, congrats on getting accepted, brother, into SDSU. That's massive news. That's what we love to hear. Mees, keep cooking.
If the reason that he is on this team is because him and Manny Machado work out together in the offseason and they're buddies, Manny better win an MVP award. This team better make the playoffs. Because guess what? You're already making $450 million from the Padres. Stop doing favors. Either fucking win, and then you can do favors, or stop doing favors. Don't disappear in the NLDS and then try to get Yuli Gurriel on the team.
Ooh, he's cooking. Mees is an all-time. Hey guys, you know Mees is magic.
Don't disappear. If you back it up with your play, then I'm okay with you being like, all right, yeah, Yuli Gurriel's on the bench. Don't disappear and go 24 scoreless, and then let's actually go and get a fucking dog shit player, and not just one. Give me another one. Let's get 2 dog shit players on our bench. Martin Maldonado, horrible. -2 WAR. Yuli Gurriel, -0.8 WAR in the last 3 seasons combined. Yuli Gurriel, Matt, I think you and Yuli could have the same amount of fucking homers this year on the Padres. I'm dead serious. You might have a better odds of running into one than Yuli does. He's 40 years old. He's 40 years old. Literally, he's old as shit. No disrespect to anybody in the chat that's 40 or above. All right, if you are,
if you're 40 and above, respect for you watching too. We don't want you in the lineup.
We don't want you in the lineup. Why is he in the lineup, Matt? It's so frustrating to watch this, right? Because the team as a whole looks really solid. If Cronenworth's back can keep up,
he looks
Andrew can get some knocks like he's been getting some knocks to end spring. The lineup is good, but depth-wise, you have the depth in AAA. Why are you leaving these scrubs on the bench?
So
what's the point? What's the purpose? Martin Maldonado is the nightmare. Martin Maldonado is walking out.
Can we explain the nightmare nickname real quick? The nightmare nickname comes from the fact that we called Martin Perez Martin the Dream, and Martin Maldonado is so ass at hitting that he is Martin the Nightmare. That being said, if Martin the Nightmare runs into one, he's the dream for at least one day. But then it'll be back to the nightmare.
It's like, Matt, can you I'll
What would you do if Yuli and Martin starts following the DSG on Instagram? I'll be completely honest. I have nothing against these guys as people. That being said, they could legitimately offer me, hey, come to a barbecue at my house. I still don't want them on my fucking baseball team. Bro.
Yeah, I mean,
Mike, Yuli Gurriel, I completely agree. There's no fucking way Yuli Gurriel should be the starting DH or first baseman on this baseball team on opening day. If you were to tell me that the day after we lost to the Dodgers, hey, man, this offseason, you're going to miss out on Roki and Yuli Gurriel is going to be your first baseman, I'm going to jump off the Golden Gate, Papa. That's not it. That's a little far. I apologize about that. That's a bit much. I should have said Coronado. No, I'm just kidding. That's also a little bit. That is also a bit much. I apologize. It's not a funny joke.
That was not a funny joke. But the switching bridges was kind of funny. I'll give you that.
I do not want. There's certain players, right, that you like because and they're not that good, right? For example, I've always and will always be a Franmil Reyes guy. Franmil Reyes ran into a lot of home runs, especially in 2018, 2019, struck out a shit ton, not a good defensive player. Reason he's not in the major leagues anymore. That being said, I will always be a Franmil guy because he's got VAR, because he's a likable dude. He's singing after all that stuff. Yuli Gurriel has never been a guy that I've liked, let alone the racist shit he did to you. And I know you got all the hardos on Twitter who are like, it's not that bad. And then all the other people that are like, he's the worst human being to ever live. It's like, hey, that was fucked up. You could admit it. That was not cool. If you forgives him, we can forgive him. That being said, not a good first impression. Hey, buddy, you better start fucking raking. Oh, wait, you're 40 years old. What are we doing? What are we doing? Connor Joe is in the minors. Connor Joe batted like 320 and walked like every single at bat during the. Hey, I'd rather have Connor Joe batting seventh than Yuli Gurriel. Yuli Gurriel sucks, guys. He sucks. He, in 2020, hey, he's the wrong Gurriel. That's another good nickname for him. The trash can and the wrong Gurriel. If it was Lourdes Gurriel, I'd be popping bottles. He's the wrong Gurriel. AJ Preller had a couple too many cervezas at First Street in fucking Encinitas, and he's like, dude, let's get Gurriel. Manny wants Gurriel. And he unfortunately got the wrong Gurriel. Dude, that is not good. He's ass. Everybody say Rip's a 50 bomb this season. If Yuli Gurriel hits 20 home runs for the San Diego Padres, we will take 10 DSG followers that comment on this video, on this YouTube video. We will take you all out to wings and things, all you can eat for an hour. Any wing.
I like that.
20 home runs. If he hits 20 home runs. Martin Maldonado. Couple things on him.
I might even cut down from 15. I might even cut it. Let's cut it down to 12.
He's the wrong Gurriel, bro. He's the wrong Gurriel. Done. I'm done talking about Yuli. Hopefully you prove me wrong, brother. Second, Martin Maldonado is genuinely the worst hitter I've ever seen play professional baseball. We joke about Austin Hedges being absolute trash at the plate. At least people like Hedgie, and he's 33? Martin Maldonado is 38. He got DFA'd by the Chicago White Sox, the worst team in Major League history. 15 OPS plus, Mike. He has a better opportunity to get that OPS up by not bringing a bat to the plate. Psych the pitcher out. Show up without a bat to the plate. Pitcher's gonna be like, "What the fuck's going on?" Do it once a game. Just don't show up with and see what the pitcher does. Because I could see a pitcher going in his head and be like, "What is this guy doing?" and walking the guy. Because Martin's not gonna get any hits. I know he got a hit today. Oh, he got a fucking hit. Guys, he's ass. The number one thing too. If I'm Luis Campusano, I'm requesting a trade. Get me out of there. You don't think anyone will?
He's ass. He's ass. You know, easy, man. You want to know? And this is no again. Listen, we have nothing against these guys as individuals. They're probably all great people.
Yeah. No, this is a baseball.
As individuals,
it's a baseball team.
Baseball talk. So,
if you're a good guy, I don't want you hitting on my baseball team.
No, I know, but this is what I'm saying. If you're Luis Campusano, the starting catching position was gift wrapped for you
last 2 years,
and you fucked up. It's just that simple. You fucked up, okay? You fucked up. You had a starting catching position gift wrapped. You got sharked by Kyle Higashioka, rightfully so. Higgy was raking. And then you got sharked by Elias Diaz as the backup. And then in the spring, you got sharked by a 38-year-old Martin Maldonado. If Luis Campusano could hit a baseball, he would probably be the backup catcher.
Well, actually, if he could feel better, he needs to feel better, bro.
I'm saying he can't match.
He can't really hit.
If I'm saying he can't hit and you're saying he can't field, it sounds like he might not be a great baseball player. It's just what it sounds like to me. It just sounds like if you're saying one thing that's a part of the game and I'm saying the other half and they're both not up to par, it's probably not a good baseball player. He had it gift wrapped. We believed in him because of a solid 2023. He had
Cammy was a top prospect.
I'm with you, but something happened. And he fell off a boat, man, because he is lost. And maybe his change of scenery would help. I want the best for Campy. It's clear he's not going to play again.
I want the best for the Padres.
It's clear he's not going to play again for the Pods, so I agree that you should trade him. I just don't know at this point his value is like.
Yeah, someone Dark Day, who's always Mr. Positive. No, I'm just kidding. He said we can't get a bag of popcorn for Campy right now.
If you cannot beat out Martin Maldonado, who got DFA'd by the Chicago White Sox, what team is going to sit there and say, all right, let's trade someone for Luis Campusano? It's just not going to happen or you're just going to give up. And I still think that Campy's got some redeemability. Like, he could figure it out. He's still young. He's still got options, right? So if he tears it up in AAA, maybe he becomes an attractive trade piece for a team to just take a flyer on. But right now, you can't get anything for him. Like, you cannot get a dime for Luis Campusano.
So we're just begging. So I see the comments. The Martin Maldonado sign, the fact that he's on this team, it should be the writing on the wall for Cam, 100%. 2, it does, it shows that Preller is with the catcher position. He is kind of punting on any sort of offense, and he's just saying, "All right, we need this guy. He'll be an automatic guy." It's like having the pitcher hit again, right? So if you lose that guy, you need your DH to ball out. And what do? We have Oscar Gonzalez, who is ripping the fucking cover off the ball. Yeah, you could let's just not start. What message does that send to your team? Why is everybody saying Pod's tweet right now? In the chat, let's see. Padres said, we have optioned. Yeah. Oh, Steven Kolick. Damn, bro.
Bro, what the fuck are they doing?
So Randy Vasquez, it seems like Randy Vasquez is going to be the we've optioned Connor Joe, Steven Kolick, Campy, and Ron Marinaccio.
Man, I'm gonna just tell you right now.
Pods just cooked the DSG.
I'm gonna tell you right now. All right. I have a lot of issues with AJ Preller as it stands at the moment. I have a lot of issues. And guys, you're seeing a DSG tweet live in action. This is exactly how 90% of our tweets happen. Either starts with somebody like you guys in the chat, or it starts with one of us sending a text to each other. It does look like Kyle Hart made the team. It looks like Randy Vasquez made the team. So get ready for 4th and 5th starts and 18 runs for the other team.
Come on, bro. No, the Hitman's sick. Don't hate on the Hitman.
You know why they call him the Hitman? Because he gives up hits, man. That's what happens with the Hitman. That's what happens. That's why they call him the Hitman.
No, AJ Preller, let's be honest. AJ Preller, what he's trying to do right now with all these unks on the bench is he rolled the dice last year and every fucking thing panned out. He went to Vegas on a bachelor party and he went up $5,000 instead of losing $5,000. He's like, let's run it back. Hey, don't fear the heater. And we're going to try all these other random fuckers. And hopefully it works out. I do not understand. I mean, honestly, Ronnie from Jersey, every time he was in, he was giving up hits. So I get that going down. Steven Kolick deserved to be on this opening day roster. I don't care if there's any, he just pitched it. Nah, he deserved it. Steven Kolick, at least since I've watched or at least followed almost every one of his starts. Yeah, he gives up a couple hits, but they're all kind of like weak singles. And he had like a 2.6 ERA. It's actually
like, hey, bro. Here's the issue with AJ Preller, right? In my opinion, right now. And we've been big Preller guys over the last few years. We think he's done a good job. My issue and what it kind of feels like is that he's like trying to do half of the team playing Moneyball and half of the team making a lot of money, and there's no continuity between the group. Like, you can't just hand out
the tale of two cities, right? You got all the poor fuckers and then all the rich guys.
One half is a different team than the other half. It makes no sense. There's no continuity between the teams. There's no guys that are making $4 million. It's either you're making $900K or you're making 25, and there's no in between. Joe Musgrove, $20 million. Yu Darvish, $20 million.
Yeah,
Manny,
those are tough.
Xander, all these guys over $20 million.
Okay.
Over $10 million.
Listen, to play devil's advocate, you look at Yu Darvish being hurt. This rotation, if Yu Darvish is healthy right now, looks a lot better. Joe Musgrove being hurt looks a lot better. You gave out those contracts. Do I look back at especially the Yu contract? Probably not a good contract. Joe's contract, I still consider a good contract.
I'm not saying they're bad contracts.
You get those, you have two top arms that are getting paid over $15 million a year hurt. You got to make some shit happen. I love the idea of stretching out Kolick. I don't understand with the performance he's shown why you don't give him that opportunity. I like Randy Vasquez. He showed that one game against the Diamondbacks that he has when he's on, he's good. That being said, Randy Vasquez right now, confidence-wise, right next to Matt Waldron. I'd probably put Waldron above him. I'd honestly be a little bit more confident. Game 5. Let's say, Mike, who's pitching game 3 for the Pods? If Pavetta's pitching Sunday Night Baseball, game 4. Is Kyle Hart going to be the game 3 starter on Saturday?
Dude, I don't know. But thank God we're going to SDFC that night. Bombs away. Hey, whoever gets the DSG tickets, get your glove ready. Because there's some balls coming to Devine. Let me tell you that. Boom, boom, boom. It's going to be insane.
There's got to be another move. There's got to be another move happening, man. There's got to. The ball's got to drop somewhere.
So here's something and we've noticed this about Preller quite a bit, right? Preller is pretty stingy in the way that he doesn't like to admit when he messed up or when he's wrong with players, right? So he gives them a super, super long leash. And that's the issue that we might run into with this current roster setup, right? If you take a chance, right, and he's like, Hayward, we take a chance on Hayward, we take a chance on Yuli, I'm going to give these guys a rope so that, like, they either can climb out of it or, they, for lack of better terms,
Yeah, we know what happens with rope and we understand the analogy.
But he's not going to cut his losses early on these guys.
So Cameron has a good point. Hear me out. Randy Vasquez has pitched and started. They feel comfortable with him. Randy did start 20 games last year, and we won 93 games. They want to see Kolek start maybe 2 games in AAA, and he takes the 5th spot. Cameron, one of my favorite guys who we interact with on DSG. 2, fantastic comment, brother. That being said, chills with Preller. I think John Gray's hurt, bro. With all of this, we had to crash out a little bit, right? We had to get it out of our system.
Yeah, I'm still ready to keep going. You're going to try to flip it positive.
All right, keep going then. I'll let you cook. I got a couple things ready. I
like you trying to. I like you. Listen, it's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day in the city. It's beautiful outside. Baseball is coming back. My only issue is that this seems a lot like 2023 Preller and not like 2024 Preller.
We say that now.
How it feels.
My argument, listen. My argument, Mike, listen. Kyle Higashioka until June was ass. We wanted him DFA'd. Do you remember that?
I'll give you that.
Kyle Higashioka was ass. He ran into fucking 20 home runs, got red hot, gets that contract. Good for Kyle, right? Diamond in the rough. Hits that walk-off against the A's. Everything kind of changed. Look at who started games for this Padres team last year, bro. I think Logan Gillespie started a game. We had fucking Randy Vasquez give us 20 starts. We had Matt Waldron give us 20-plus starts. We had a lot of these pitchers. Joe Musgrove was pretty much hurt the entire season, similar to where he's going to be this year. Yu Darvish was out for pretty much the entire season. We went on the backs of Michael King, Dylan Cease, guys like that. Nick Pivetta is now on this team. Is it crazy to say, even with how absolutely ass our bench seems, I'm more confident where we're going into this year as a team than I was going into 2024? Who the fuck was Jackson Merrill going into? Hey, listen, Jackson Merrill going into 2024 was a rookie that we were nervous if he had a bad start, we were going to send him back to AAA, and we absolutely cooked his confidence. He comes into his own, and now he is a top 10 center or top 10 outfielder in baseball. So we have a top 10 outfielder in baseball in Jackson Merrill, a healthy Manny Machado. Xander Bogaerts has actually been hitting the ball pretty hard. I think this team, we're so, and this is going to be the Devils classic Matt Devine fucking flipping this shit. I think this team, we're focused so much on the bench pieces, right? And like, the Yuli Gurriels of the world. When in reality, if the big dogs do what the big dogs are supposed to do, who gives a fuck? Because Yuli Gurriel, if he sucks, we'll move him down and Connor Joe will come up. We're crashing out because in reality, if Manny Machado if Manny Machado makes the All-Star game and Tatis makes the All-Star game and Merrill makes the All-Star game, it doesn't really matter what these fucking other guys do. Obviously, if Martin Maldonado bats 100 and isn't that great defensively, cut his ass. Yuli Gurriel, if he for the first month is ass.
That was my whole point, though. AJ doesn't cut guys like that. How long did it take AJ to figure out that the Matt Carpenter and
Matt Carpenter was getting paid $12 million a year?
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you on that. When did Nelson Cruz get DFA'd? July? August?
Yeah, but Nelson Cruz is a little different. He was kind of like he was like,
that's what they're looking at Yuli as.
Yeah, I guess. I agree with you on that. But hopefully
at least Nelson Cruz is a redeemable individual.
49 games. Thank you for that comment. Chat, you're going to be like, this guy is extremely delusional. I do get a weird vibe. Jason Hayward's going to be super. I texted you this. I have a weird vibe he's going to be super clutch this year. I don't know why. I don't think he's going to be like he's not going to be an all-star. He's not going to be, but I have a feeling he's going to be one of these guys that just comes through. Maybe not Profar levels of coming through, but I have a weird feeling he's going to come through with like a couple clutch doubles in the first 2 weeks of the season, gets the entire fan base behind him, and kind of rides a hot hand. Everybody's like,
I think Jason Hayward lasts on the team, but like, I mean, dude,
Gavin Sheets.
Last year, dude, Jason.
We got 200 people. We have 200 people live on the YouTube right now.
Special.
Shout out everybody watching. Make sure to like this up. It actually helps us out a ton. Not trying to beg, but
so somebody mentions Donovan Solano in the chat. If you look at Donovan Solano's career,
signed April 17th minor league deal.
He was always a good hitter, though. He was always a good hitter, regardless. He always stayed consistent as a contact hitter. It was just like he wasn't going to get a big contract. I don't know. I don't really get what the vibe is. I like Iglesias. I think that's a great move. I love that he's on the bench.
Robbie Cano, Kyle. That's a crazy call up.
Let me see.
I agree, though. People acting like Hayward is Robinson Cano. Hayward has been hitting the ball pretty hard.
Yeah.
I like
Jason Hayward. I like Jason Hayward.
My number one thing I'm pissed at, two things. One, the fact that we didn't re-sign Higgy, biggest fuck up of the offseason, in my opinion. Because Higgy was a fan favorite, team loved him, and he actually can hit, and he's a good defensive catcher. Having Martin Maldonado and Higgy, that's the biggest downgrade of the entire season. Because we had Elias Diaz for a good amount of the season. So I'm going to say, now that Elias Diaz is the starter, biggest downgrade at catcher, our biggest fuck up. Second, I like B-Lock and Jason Hayward. Hey, if Jason Hayward could give us platoon, give us a couple good at-bats, play decent enough defense, and then I see people talking about Jose Iglesias. Jose Iglesias is not bad, dude. The bench is not, if we found something in Gavin Sheets, the bench starts looking a lot better. That being said, I completely agree with you. Martin Maldonado and Yuli Gurriel makes me stick to my stomach that we're going to have to hear those names on opening day. 100%. Oscar Gonzalez. Interesting point about Oscar Gonzalez. He goes down and he can't actually opt out of his deal for a couple months.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if he rakes the first week or two in AAA. They're going to call his ass out.
I agree.
I think Preller has learned his lesson to an extent. I think he likes to play this game where he's like, hey, maybe I am smarter than everybody else. And I'm going to see if I found another diamond in the rough. Mike, were you excited about Jurickson Profar going into last year?
Yeah.
I don't think you were as excited as we're putting off, because do you remember when we were watching?
I was excited that Jurickson Profar was wearing San Diego Padres brown and gold.
Listen, revisionist history to an extent. Because when we played in Korea, we came back. We're watching the first game at home with our mom. And she was so excited Profar's back. And me and you both said, yeah, he kind of sucked last year. I don't know if he's even going to be that good for us. I vividly remember both of us saying that. And I love Pro. I genuinely said that first game of the season. Pro obviously has incredible year, beloved, all that stuff. Shit like that happens in baseball all the time. Yuli Gurriel, probably not going to happen to. That being said, a guy like a Brandon Lockridge or something like that, dude, why not? Why not give this fucking guy B-Lock? Bro, B-Lock, when I found out he made the team, I was hyped, bro. Because guess what? And let's actually, I want your take. Tyler Wade, we got to talk about our guy T. Rizzy. What's your honest take on him getting cut, pretty much?
I was surprised that Preller made that move. I honestly am not going to lie. Like, I did not know that AJ Preller had it in him.
Yeah.
I thought that he was going to keep Tyler Wade on the team because he's friends with Merrill and he wants to appease his young star. So maybe the only way you get your friends to stay on the team is when you sign that big extension, which is the bargaining chip for Jackson Merrill, because Manny Machado clearly was able to keep Yuli on it. But Manny Machado is also making $450 million. I like T-Wade. Listen, I like him. Couldn't hit.
If T-Wade wants to end his, if he doesn't want to, he probably wants to play baseball.
I was going to say,
he should go. He needs to go and work for fucking with Don and Mud, bro. He needs to be like Bob Scanlon and just be like that guy, bro. Like
he could either do that, or I was going to say that he could easily just go into a coaching role on the team and just become like a coach. Like everyone would fucking love it. That's happened before. People who don't like, they just go into the front office or they go into the clubhouse and they're a new coach, like an assistant coach.
Yeah, like an assistant to Mike Schill, like a head assistant to Mike Schill.
Exactly. Like I don't. It's no disrespect to T-Wade, right? It's no disrespect to T-Wade. I don't think T-Wade's getting picked up by anybody to join their major league roster right now. Like I just don't think it's gonna happen. And I think
what's up with the Dodgers hoodie I saw you in on Twitter?
Dude, that is
whoever made that Photoshop.
That was a very impressive Photoshop, I must say. And that was definitely, who was that? Von Miller? That was definitely Von Miller who tweeted that, because no one liked that tweet. I saw the tweet. They had no likes. Did you make that, Von Miller?
Okay. We crashed out a little bit. T Rizzy, we wish you the best. He's always been cool with us. Let's get hyped, bro. Season preview. We did 30 minutes of crash out, right? We got it out of our system. Shit happens. Forget about it. In less than 3 days, the San Diego Padres will have played their first game of the 2025 season. There's a bunch of question marks. There's a bunch of excitement. $50 nachos. You got,
Is that a typo, by the way?
I honestly have no idea, but if it does, he said he did make it. Also, we got 2 starred chats. I got to look at those. Matt looks like Jake Woodford, about to sign with the Yankees. So respect. Bring Tatis's bro and Darvish Jr. ASAP. And he said G-Lo's in jail. Let's do a couple previews. Chat. Hey, what is your honest, Mike? Honest. 3 days before chat, because we're not gonna be streaming on Wednesday. I'm flying, right? Unless you want to do a solo stream, which you're more than welcome to.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how I'm feeling that day, but potentially
on Monday, March 24th, because we're gonna look this back when the Pods are in the World Series. Right now, how many wins does the Padres get? Where do they finish in the NL? Do they make the playoffs?
Padres finish with 89 wins. Fernando Tatis wins the MVP award because something happens with Shohei. I don't know what, but that's the only way anybody in the NL wins and Shohei doesn't win is assuming that there's something that goes on behind the scenes, because he'll always win. 89 wins. Tatis wins the MVP again. Cease, Michael King finished top 10 in Cy Young. I don't think either of them win it. Team looks great. Merrill continues. We make the playoffs. I think, like, with a couple strategic moves, right? And the reason I'm confident at the 89 wins, right, or more, is because I don't think that Yuli Gurriel Martin Maldonado are going to be on the team the entire year.
We're fucking cooking these dudes, bro.
I'm just saying, I don't think they're going to be on the team. Listen, I don't think they're going to be on the team.
I agree with you, but it is funny
around deadline. Preller knows around deadline time, like, okay, obviously if they're still on the team, that means that they're performing, is I guess.
Dago, baby.
If they're on the team, that means they're performing. And if I will literally bow down to Yuli Gurriel and Martin Maldonado if they perform. I will write a handwritten apology and beg the front office at the Padres Stadium to take it and hand it to the players. I will apologize.
JP has an interesting a lot of, also shout out the chat, man. The chat is firing tonight. And everybody has some pretty awesome kind of takes. JP's one stood out to me. Cronenworth traded. Is it crazy? And obviously I'm, Mr. Delusional. Is it crazy for me to think I think Cron's going to have a really good year?
I think it's actually something, right, with him and Xander, their expectations are so low.
Yeah.
that the only thing they should feel no pressure. No one expects you to perform. You guys, no disrespect. No one thinks you're going to be good this year, Xander. No one thinks you're going to be good, Crone. So why not play loose? The majority of people know, not to say suck, but the majority of people don't expect you to do anything. So you should feel like, hey, I have a lot of freedom to go out there and play my game and just start trying shit. It's like the fuck you. Xander's just got to go up there and swing as hard as he can. Stop trying to hit singles. Try to hit bombs. Who cares? Matt, would you care if Xander Bogaerts hit 220 but hit 24 homers?
That'd be awesome.
It'd be awesome. It'd be awesome.
The issue is, does he even have the potential to do that?
Yes.
I think so. I have a couple.
I'm bought in on the BBB.
The BBB, the Bogaerts bounce back. My hot take is, I think Nick Pivetta is going to make the All-Star team. And I think we're going to look back and say, what a fucking signing Nick Pivetta was. No way we make the playoffs if we didn't have Pivetta. I think Nick Pivetta is going to be, he'll have a couple blow-up starts where he gives up, all that shit. I think Nick Pivetta is going to be a dog for the San Diego Padres team. That's one of them. Second.
Well, I got a couple too that I'll give you.
I think there's a legitimate chance that Jackson Merrill finishes top 5 in MVP voting. I think he has the year that Gunnar Henderson had last year, where he kind of establishes himself, not even just as a good player, but as a guy, as the next, $400 million guy in baseball. You hear this guy's interviews, you see him play, you forget that this guy is 21 years old. 21 years old, Mike. Lamont Butler's older than this dude.
Shout out
Lamont. Hey, good luck to Kentucky. There's unlimited potential for this guy.
Yeah.
You have him in this line. Bro, I think this team is going to be really good. I think they're going to win 92 games. I think they're going to finish second in the NL West. They're going to have the 4th wild card spot like we had last year. We're going to host the Phillies or one of those bullshit teams. We're going to beat their ass, and then we're going to beat the Dodgers 100%.
I like it. I'm going to give you a few hot takes.
Yeah, let me hear it.
First hot take, we will see. This is a hot take. We'll see the first perfect game thrown by a Padre this season.
Who?
It's either going to be Cease or King.
I think it's going to be Cease. I think Cease is going to throw a perfect game. I can see.
He looks borderline. He looks borderline unhittable right now. Like borderline unhittable. He looks insane with that changeup. He looks insane. I'm telling you, Dylan Cease, perfect game will happen. All right. There will be a 3-home run game by a Padre this season. I don't know who will hit it, but I think it'll either be Tatis or Jackson Merrill. 3 homers. Trying to think.
It's gonna be Kyle Hart. If Kyle Hart throwing a perfect game with his 91 mile per hour fastball, that would be special.
It's gonna be special. Trying to think.
Eric says we need the BBC bounce back Crone. I'm actually down.
BBB and BBC.
Eric, we're gonna give you credit, but we might whenever Crone gets a hit this year, should we just tweet out like we need that BBC?
I need that BBC. Bounce back Crone. It's funny because you could easily do the CBB, but the BBC is way funny.
Oh, Mike, also, listen to this. 2023, right? Terrible year if you're a Padres fan. So much hype, so much expectation, all that stuff. 2024, probably the most fun year I've ever had watching a baseball team. Loved everything about last year, especially the second half. There's a lot of shit that happens in baseball that on March 24th, we have no idea. Right? People show up, people come into their own on the baseball field. Guys we never even heard of end up becoming fan favorites. Kyle Higashioka was a throw-in last year, sucked for the first 3 months, ends up becoming one of the most beloved guys from Padres fans, right? He was good on our team for like 4 months.
Right.
So much shit happens. And great point right here by I Need Money. You know who I fucking trust, man? And I feel like we're not talking. I feel like we haven't talked about this guy nearly enough. We talk about Preller. We talk about Tatis. We talk about Cease. Shilp Daddy, bro. That motherfucker I trust. That's my skipper, bro. That dude, as our manager, since Bochy, but in reality, I won't lie, guys, I wasn't old enough to really appreciate Bochy when he was the San Diego Padres manager. I wasn't in 4th grade writing, making tweets and doing a podcast about Bochy. Right now, he's the guy for the job. He's going to get these fuckers locked in. If he believes in Yuli and these guys, and Ruben Nieva, and we got a great and Victor Rodriguez, if they believe, because guess what? They see something, man. They see something in some of these guys. And given last year, you got to give these guys the benefit of the doubt, bro. Schilt Daddy's a real one, dude.
Yeah.
Victor Rodriguez is a great hitting coach. Ruben Nieva, incredible pitching coach.
There's a comment a little bit up there. I'm trying to find it again, but it was somebody essentially saying, Padres fan 19, if you scroll up a lot, he goes, 92 games, 92 wins is wild, boys. The division's too good for that to be possible. Look at the win total last year, and the division wasn't as good as this year. I do want to mention, last year, the Arizona Diamondbacks were supposed to be very good. They come off the World Series appearance. They were supposed to be good, and they underperformed. Just because of preseason predictions, we weren't supposed to be good. We won 93 games. We were supposed to win 81 games last year. Preseason predictions are preseason predictions. Because they got Corbin Burns, Brandon Fat was getting cooked by us.
Yeah,
the boys were cooking Brian Wu today. Like this lineup's not afraid by Corbin Burns.
Lineup's pretty fucking good, dude. At least the top half. The top half is incredible.
The only team that's head and shoulders above the rest of the league is the Dodgers. They're stacked. But then again, all you have to do is make the playoffs. So I think the Pods make the playoffs in one of the wild card spots. No one cares about
Listen to this quote, Mike, or not quote, this comment. I love this comment. D.D. Gravener. Schilt never had a losing season with the Cardinals in 4 years. Also, second half Schilt's a real thing. All we got to do in the first half team, Jesus Christ. All we got to do is, that's so corny, bro.
That was so cool.
Coach is right.
If we want to win, it's on us.
All we got to do is get to the All-Star break healthy, and Schilt Daddy will make some magic in the second half. Preller, I trust Preller at the deadline if this team's in shape. And you know what's crazy too? And I don't want to be, ever negative, because I really just don't think there's enough time to be, especially as a sports fan. You could cook a little bit, but overall, you gotta root for your squad no matter what.
There's a reason
I'm rooting for Yuli Gurriel every at bat.
100%.
I think he sucks, but all that stuff.
It's facts. It's facts.
I think we're in a perfect spot too, where if for whatever reason shit hits the fan this year, right? I trust Preller in getting the right people back for Dylan Cease, for Michael King, for Luis Arise, for guys like that, where we'll have a top 10 farm in baseball with Merrill, Tatis, DeVries coming up, Salad's coming up. So you can look at this team. I love what they're doing. Keep the fucking fan base into it. Go for it this year. Because who knows? Guys, I swear to God, at the deadline last year, if you were to tell me the Padres were going to be favorites to win the World Series at a point that season, I'd been like, you're fucking full of shit.
That is crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
At the deadline last year, Mike.
Yeah.
And we choked it. It happens. Hey, guess what? Dodgers have choked pretty much the last decade, every single one. Teams choke. It happens.
Yeah.
Go for it again. Go for it again. And hey, try to figure some shit out. And guess what? If Maldonado doesn't work out, or Yuli doesn't work out, or Sheets doesn't work out, there's always other dudes. Oscar Gonzalez is going to come up. Connor Joe's going to come up. There's dudes, man. The number one thing we all need to pray for, and it's already happened a little bit. Got to pray for health, man. Because we're really cooked if one of these Cease, King, Pivetta goes down. Because you guys think Randy Vasquez might be your 3 very quickly if we get a couple injuries. So pray for health. And we're riding, man. Do not fear the heater. Do not fear
that did just get me amped up. That was
guys, you should be, if you're watching this right now, you should be amped about this Padres team.
Of course.
You could be, guys, remember as quickly as 2018, people act like we've been, I wouldn't even say spoiled, because I feel like we deserve it as a fan base. We deserve this shit, one. And we have prime Manny Machado. Manny Machado will be a Hall of Famer. Without a doubt. We have prime Manny Machado. We have prime Fernando Tatis Jr. We have Jackson Merrill, who's emerging as a superstar. Superstar. We have Dylan Cease, who is a consensus top 10 pitcher in baseball. Michael King, who has shown he could probably be a top 10 pitcher in baseball. Yeah, the depth right now, kind of ass. We can be honest. The depth is a little scary. That being said, this team is stacked. You can't compare us to other teams. Just think about who we have on this roster and think about who we used to have on these rosters. Bro, the Pods were ass our entire lives. If you can't be excited going into this baseball season because of a few fucking bums off our bench, then you're watching the wrong sport, Papa. Hey, it doesn't. I don't give a fuck about Martin Maldonado if Manny hits 2 home runs off Chris Sale. Guys, that is what it's baseball, bro. There's gonna be so many fucking guys. There's gonna be so many changes, man. I didn't even know B-Lock existed until fucking half. We traded for him. I still didn't know he existed. There's so many dudes, bro, that were like, who the fuck was Jerry Estrada last year? There's gonna be random fools that come up that were like, what? I can't believe on March 24th, we didn't even know about this guy. Francis Pena, for example, right? Francis Pena might come up in May and just be an absolute demon, or Bradley Rodriguez. There's so much that happens, man. I'm just excited, man. If you cannot get hyped about a brand new baseball season and your baseball team being a consensus top 10 team in baseball, hey, I don't know what you're doing, Papa. And yeah, Mark, appreciate you. Light this shit up, baby.
That was a fantastic speech. I know we're at 46 minutes. I think it might be fun to do a little bit of projections. We did some predictions.
Yeah, let's do it.
How many homers do you think Fernando Tatis hits this year?
I think Tati hits 40. I think a healthy Tatis. That's the number one, guys. Honestly, that's the one dude. I'm hoping no one gets hurt. The one dude I want to see play an entire season, because we have not seen him play an entire season in Major League Baseball. If the baseball gods are listening, which we have how many people in here? 223. One of them has to be a baseball god. Please listen to us right now. Give baseball a healthy Fernando Tatis Jr. season. I saw this Instagram comment today, Mike, and I want to see if the chat agrees. Tatis isn't the best player in baseball. Shohei's the best player in baseball. 100%. We obviously have to dodge all that stuff. We can be honest. That being said, what Fernando Tatis Jr. is to baseball is what Allen Iverson used to be to the National Basketball Association. He made baseball cool again.
I don't like the fact that AI never won a ring, but
Shohei hits nukes. That's sick. Hey, there's a lot of great players out there. Tatis is the coolest player in baseball. There isn't Mookie Betts, great player, not the coolest player in baseball.
Yeah.
Rafael Devers, great player, not the best player in baseball. Paul Skeens, incredible pitcher. He's not cool.
Not cool at all.
Who's the coolest player in baseball?
Fernando Tatis Jr.
Who's second? Maybe Ellie? Ellie's not. He plays in Cincinnati. That's not cool.
Ellie is cool. Acuna is cool, but Tatis does kind of have a difference in like
it's bar, bro.
A difference in marketability, I would say, because Tatis can do.
Who's cooler than Tatis?
Like Tatis can do commercials. I haven't seen an Acuna commercial. I haven't seen an Ellie commercial. Tatis can do.
Who's cooler than Tatis? There's no one. We have the coolest player in baseball. We have the coolest player in baseball at 25 years old or 26 years old.
Bryce Harper is cool. I like Bryce Harper's cool.
Bryce Harper's cool, but dude, Bryce, come on, bro.
Yeah, cool. Bryce Harper's old. He's like kind of a dad now. He's not.
Hey, Tatis is dead too. But
that's facts.
We have the coolest player in baseball. I think he hits 40 homers. Like Soto said, Tatis the most complete player in baseball. Sick, dude. We have Toddy. Manny Machado. Guys, chat. Manny's got a couple more years playing elite level baseball. Maybe 2 more years playing like elite level baseball.
I'll give him 3, 4.
3 more years. If there's a time to win a World Series, Manny, it's the next 3 years. So do you not think that guy's going to come into this season thinking about that? Manny's he's got everything, dude. He's got a fucking professional soccer team. He's got $500 million, Callaway Golf, everything you want, except for one thing. What is that, Mike?
He doesn't have a World Series ring or an MVP at the same time.
Fuck the MVP. Give me a fucking World Series, bro. These guys want it. These guys want it. Jackson Merrill, we probably only have Jackson Merrill for 4 more years, unless we find some fucking, diamond in the rough money where we find a fucking a gold statue or something. Manny, bro. Manny needs that ring. Xander. Do you think Xander going into this season? Obviously, everybody's like, oh, Xander, he's rich. He stopped caring. Bro, Xander did not stop caring.
No.
That motherfucker got paid a bag to come to the pods. All of my friends who are Boston Red Sox fans love Xander. Absolutely love Xander. Everybody in Boston, he's like their favorite player still. They're so pissed that he left. They want him back, all that stuff. Obviously not at that contract, but they want him back. There's no one that wants to perform more than Xander Bogaerts. Us fans, we want him to perform. You think Xander Bogaerts wants to walk to the UTC mall and, he takes pictures with these people? Deep down in his head, he's like, I wonder if these people actually like me. Because, in reality, I haven't really performed up to my contract. Give him a fucking good season, bro. I want all of these guys. Jake Cronenworth signs that deal, right? 80 mil. Comes in, was an all-star first 2 years. Kind of hasn't been great at the plate the last 2 years, right?
Right.
Dude, these guys want to win. They were so close. They've been getting shit. You think the DSG and all of you guys at home with your friends that are other teams' fans, 24 straight innings. I get that comment on Instagram 100 times a day. And I'm not even on the team.
Yeah.
You think those dudes aren't pissed about last season? Oh, it's all good. I'm rich. These are fucking professional baseball players. The only way you get to that level is by being an absolute dog. Everybody had a kid in high school that was the best baseball player that smoked too much weed and never played again. Everybody did. That's literally a tale as old as time. These guys are dogs. These guys on the weekends in high school were playing tournaments. These dudes like Tatis, obviously his dad, but still, these guys are 15 years old moving to America away from their family, doing all this shit. These dudes are the biggest dogs of all time, bro. Jake Cronenworth was a fucking pitcher, dude. All of these dudes, dogs. They want to win, dude.
Yeah.
Good ass team, bro.
Really well said. I'm going to read off the home run totals for Fangraphs for our players, and I want you to give me an over-under.
I can see Sheets transitioning to first base.
Tatis, we've already said, think he hits over. So Tatis's line right now on Fangraphs is 32. We're taking the over.
32? Oh, I might have to hammer that.
Merrill, 25. Over, under.
Over. He's 30.
All right. Manny Machado, 29.
Over.
I think Manny goes over. Well,
guys,
I think he gets 30 flat. If
Mike,
he stays healthy.
The reality is, outside Manny, Merrill, and Tatis, no one else is going to be hitting homers.
Xander Bogaerts, 15.
Under. 15? Interesting. If
I think
Xander's
that's
healthy,
perfect. I think that's a perfect prediction.
If Xander's healthy, I would say over.
All right. Over for Bogaerts if healthy. Let's see.
If Xander's healthy this season, I think he bats 260 with a 780 OPS and 18 home runs and plays decent shortstop and becomes everybody in the fan base is rocking with him again.
Jake Cronenworth, 15.
Give me the over. Fuck it.
Here's a good one. And this is easy, and this leads into my next point here. Luis Arraez's line on Fangraphs is 5 homers. I think he goes over.
Yeah.
I also think that an extension with Luis Arraez gets done within the season. I don't think he hits free agency.
Isn't it interesting how we haven't even talked about? I was just thinking about that. We haven't said one thing about Arraez.
He is the best hitter, pure hitter in baseball, and if they give him up, they will regret it because he is bat to ball, sure, defensively, ass, but offensively, absurd. The way he's able to hit. People forget, like, when he got traded to us last year in the beginning of the season, it felt like he got a hit every single time he came up to the plate. He was batting like 500 for a month, and then he got hit in the wrist. And then
no, it was that. Wasn't it that slide that he fucked up his thumb against the Royals?
Yeah. Right.
Dude, when he came over, wow. The 1-4 in the lineup, and possibly 1 through 6 if both those other fuckers that are getting paid a lot come through. I'd put our 1 through 6 against almost anyone in baseball. Almost.
100%.
I think I'd say top 5. Dude, Luis Ariz, who is probably the favorite right now to win his 4th straight batting title. Fernando Tatis Jr., potential MVP candidate. Jackson Merrill, potential MVP candidate. Manny Machado, potential MVP candidate. Other than maybe 2 or 3 teams, no one has a better top 4. Then if you get a decent season from Bogey and Crone, there's only 3 other guys in the lineup. And if Mr. OMG fucking Candelita could come through and be a little flavor, and fucking Gavin Sheets we can find a diamond in the rough and stay sheeting. People are saying 25 homers. Another double today. That motherfucker looks hungry. He looks hungry. Guys, you don't need a team of 9 straight. No team has 9 straight All-Stars.
Yeah.
The team that we thought was going to have 9 straight All-Stars in 2023 sucked. Baseball's a crazy sport, bro. You get hot. You get flowing a little bit, baby.
Luis, Matt, by the way, I wanted to mention, before Luis's injury, he was hitting in his first month with the Padres 400 with a 900 OPS.
People are asking what's the Gavin Sheets over?
Ooh, I just looked up his let me go to Fangraphs really quick. What if you had to guess what his line is right now going into
8.
the season, what are you putting at?
8.
I'll go 11. Spring training. He hit 6 bombs in spring, dude.
Bro, I'm telling
There's
you.
conflicting.
People say.
Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry. People say spring training stats don't matter. They don't matter for Manny Machado, but they matter for guys like Gavin Sheets. They matter for those dudes. If Tyler Wade hit fucking 3 homers with a 900 OPS in spring, he'd be on this team.
He did hit that bomb, and I did not know he had that power in him. I was like, why don't you do this more often, Tyler?
T-Rizzy, baby.
All right. Gavin Sheets' line. Conflicting. It really depends on the amount of games that these specific pages have him playing. For the one that has him playing a full season, 129 out of 162 games, his line is set at 12 home runs. Gavin Sheets hit 6 home runs in 23 games during spring. I think in maybe I'm an idiot. Maybe I'm an idiot. Maybe I'm buying the trash, right? Maybe I'm buying the trash. But Gavin Sheets was a good baseball player in 2021 when he came up. And when you play for a team like the Chicago White Sox, you start to lose the love for the game a little bit.
Look at who's changed their tone. All the real DSG fans know we have we had a Mr. Anti-Sheets over here, and now he's hey, all it takes is a couple homers and Measy switches up.
All I'm saying is that it's hard when you're on a losing team, Matt. You've been on a lot of them. You lose the love for the game a little bit, right? Like you've been on a handful.
Dude, you've been on a lot of them. It's crazy.
Yeah. You've been on a good amount of losing teams. You understand
crazy,
that
you
lose the love for the game. What'd you win? 0 games sophomore year, 4 games junior year. You guys finally got pushed a couple dubs across.
Hey, respect. My juniors twins team went like 22-2 though, bro. You were cracked.
I'm just saying, I don't know if they can do a Sheets giveaway. Sheets night. That seems a little bit.
Me, it's 2 weeks ago. Sheets fucking sucks. That's what you get,
baby.
guys.
I'm fluid.
This is the difference between the DSG and 97.3 or ESPN or all these people. We're delusional. Nothing we say you should really take to heart, because guess what? We are going to hope. I genuinely think the Padres are going to win every game, even when fucking bumfuck McGee's on the bump, right? And Yuli Gurriel is batting 6. That's what being a fan's all about, bro. Dude, ride with our dogs. We're going to be there at Petco Park. I'm going to be there at Petco Park on Thursday. Going to be bouncing around outside. I actually have a dude, my buddy John Fields, who rocks with the gospel. He's coming through. He's bringing the camera. So if you guys see us, hop in. We're doing some content outside the stadium. Trying to find the next Hawk Tua. No, I'm just kidding. But we're trying to do we're going to have some fun. So you guys, delusional sports gospel. That's what they call us. My guy Gio, real quick, $5 holla. Appreciate you, brother. Join late, but what the fuck are we doing with Vasquez over Kolick, Yuli over Joe? This team never disappoints with the moves. Man, we were going so high on the vibes, and then way to take us down. I'm just kidding, bro. I completely agree with you over Vasquez, over Kolek. I forget. I think it was Cameron had a good point. He said they trust Randy because he started before. You put Kolek down there in AAA or AA, and you allow him to have a couple starts and move him back up in the 5th spot. So I'm interested about that. Appreciate the donation, though. Yuli over Connor Joe. I think it all comes down to options, to be completely honest. Connor Joe has an option. I don't necessarily agree with it, though. Brady, thank you for the donation, brother.
We got
says chain fake, but the bread
up there said, will you guys be there Friday? Yes, sir. We will be there Friday. I'm flying down Friday afternoon. I think I'll get off the plane like 30 minutes before game time. So first thing I do right when I get there, of course, crack a Dello and go sit in Devine decks. So can't wait for it.
Chat, who do you think is going to be the unsung hero, the Profar of 2025? Who's going to be the Jerkson Profar where we look?
Are you asking me or is it you asking the chat?
You and the chat. You and the chat. I think we're going to be there. I think they're going to be here. We're going to be there Sunday too, I think. People are saying Gavin Sheets.
Gavin Sheets is the popular answer. How about this, though?
Let me hear it.
He was the unsung hero of the Mets last year. He might be the unsung hero back-to-back years for different coasts, baby. Candelita, por favor.
Also, the rumor is Candelita's making a new song. I hate to say it. Once I saw that tweet, I think it was a week ago, that Candelita was working on a Padres song. The writing on the wall was for T-Wade, bro. I knew he was cooked because T-Wade's the DJ, but he's not making his own music.
It is a little bit, I will say, it's a little bit like, it's like when who was it? What was the guy who'd say that Tommy Richmond, remember when he made $1 Million Baby and then he dropped the next song and then the next one drops and everyone's like, eh. I'm like, Candelita drops OMG. What if he drops a stinker on the pods? Then he's done. You have to release him.
Marco, you're DM me, but your shirt should be on the way. I'll send you the shipping info. It should be there any second. OMG and Hoodvin Scully remix. That'd be fire.
Scully.
Gio, thank you for the donation, brother. It's gonna be a sick year, man. I mean, dude, I think the unsung hero. I love the Sheets pick. I said it earlier, and this might come back, and you could clip this, man. Just like that guy LAJ who just stays clipping my fucking completely. Also, that Roki video. If you have an ounce of ball knowledge, you know that was a joke of a video. Me saying Roki giving up a fucking backfield home run and calling him a bust and saying the Padres dodged a bullet after we spent 3 months talking about how we wanted Roki. There's this dude LAJ on Instagram. I go to work, people are showing me this guy's TikToks that are just like, he goes viral. I'll give him credit. He goes viral every time. But this motherfucker puts me in all of his videos now, bro. I'm like LAJ, bro, come to pod. Let's have a discussion. We'll have you on for the Dodgers series. If you want to show your face, I don't blame you if you don't. I think I saw a picture of you. That being said, bro, LAJ, not a fan, brother. Not a fan. But hey, come on, let's break bread. Let's break bread.
Hey, it looks like we missed a HBBB.
We got a couple. Yeah, we got a lot. Hey, shout out to everybody in the chat that's donating, man. This goes to the Modelo Fund. BBB, bounce back Bogart season. Man, what if Xander just had what we need to say? All right, let's get on. Let's say March 24th. We already made our jokes about, the Yuli and Maldi. What are we doing if Xander Bogaerts makes a All-Star game in 2025? We got to do something.
That's good. That's good. Chat, we need some comments here. Listen.
Also, before we get into it, the Mookie Betts thing is very sketch. I hope he's all right. I did see a tweet today. I saw a tweet today that he was eating whole food again, which is good. Hey man, we like making jokes and shit, but like real stuff is not, you don't joke about that. So I hope Mookie's all right. He actually is probably one of the only guys on that team I like too. So that's about it.
Hopefully he heals up.
What are we doing?
Well, I'm trying to Measy P. Oh man. Don't force me to get back into the bag. Jeez. Let's see here.
Xander jersey giveaway. Dude, we'll do absolutely. I mean, dude, if Xander hits fucking 10 home runs, we'll do a jersey giveaway. We need to do something fun though, man. We need to come up maybe as a group. I know we did the Xander. What did we do? The San Diego Foundation when we downloaded all that stuff. we got to come up with something good, man. The Xander Bogarts, the BBB shirts, definitely. If Xander has a good month, we're doing the BBB shirts, dude. The bogey bounce back. I like that. I think we should do.
There's nothing I want more than a Xander bounce back, dude.
Should we do a BBB shirt on the front and then a BBC shirt on the back, and it's just a picture of Xander and a picture of Crone?
That'd be so good.
DSG meet and greet, motherfucker. You guys can meet us anytime, bro. We're just sitting. I'll
literally tell you we're gonna just be walking around the stadium.
DSG carne asada. Oh, maybe that's what we'll
that would be sick.
Chat, we're putting this on record right now. We're throwing a free block party, carne asada stuff. If Xander Bogaerts makes the 2025 All-Star game, second half of the season, we're picking a Friday, and we're going to throw a party downtown. We'll rent some place out. People can come through, and we're going to throw a banger. And it's going to be the BBB party, the Bogey Bounce Back party. That's what we're doing, man. Hey, the vibes are high right now.
Vibes are high, man. I can't wait.
Bro, if you don't feel it, guys, baseball season's back, brother. Baseball season is back, dude. It's back. And guess what? This time next week, Mike, when we're doing this show before the game,
we have real shit.
And we're going to be pissed because the Pods went 1-3. It's still back. It's still back, brother.
All right,
still back.
Real shit predictions for the Brave series, and then let's wrap it up.
All right, make sure we have 261 people.
Incredible.
Is nuts. Shout out everybody on the YouTube.
Shout out everybody, man.
Subscribe,
you guys rock with us.
Like this shit up.
You guys rock with us all off season, man. You rock with us all off season. We've actually, I want to say, been as consistent as we've been Monday and Wednesday for the past 4 months, just getting after it. And it's been a great ride. And you know what? I think it actually made the off season feel like it went faster because we've been up to date with everything.
Yeah, bro. It's been a fun ass off season. And predictions for the Braves series. I say we go 3-1.
Fuck yeah, man.
Why not?
Why not?
Dylan, hey, Michael King versus Chris Sale. Braves don't have Acuna. Why can't we win that game?
We're Sunday night.
Obviously didn't pitch that. Hey, we got lucky he didn't pitch that fucking wild card last year. That being said, I think Yuli Gurriel's stats against Chris Sale are pretty nuts too. I saw some tweet that said he's batting 350 with 2 dingers off that motherfucker.
If Yuli Gurriel hits 2 homers on opening day, I will buy a jersey and handwrite an apology.
I like that.
I will do that. It'll be the most disgusting uniform I've ever bought.
I say we go 3-1. I say we go 3-1 and we start the season off hot. And I like it. Look at it, dude. We got a good team, man. We got a good team. Why not? Home opener. We got Sunday night baseball. Come on. Hey, chat. Appreciate all you. You guys are legit. I'm coming down to San Diego on Wednesday. Mies will be there on Friday. If you run into us at all over the weekend, come say what up, man. We'll crush them.
We'll also be out at the SDFC game on Saturday too. So we're trying to get our full taste of San Diego sports this weekend. So if anybody's at the SDFC game, we'll be there tailgating before, shooting the shit with soccer fans as novice soccer fans as well. So
yeah, we're sitting in the supporter section too. So we're about to be getting after it on Saturday. But real talk, man. Actually, I'm gonna end the episode like this, and I know this is classic, emotional Matt, but it's true. We really do appreciate everybody for rocking with us, man. Off season full of nothing but, we had the ownership battle and the Roki situation and all this crazy stuff. We got the unction on the bench. We've had a lot of shit, and we have a lot of these people in here that have been rocking with us the entire way. I know our YouTube has never been the biggest thing, but it's starting to grow a lot. We appreciate literally every single person that rocks with our content. Literally my favorite thing to do in the world is DSG. Get to do it with my brother, which is incredible. And, we just love, we love being from San Diego. We love our sports teams. Rest in peace, Bryce Miller. Absolutely. Legendary writer. Rest in peace. Fuck cancer. Also, shout out Ted Leitner. He called his last game for the Tex. Absolute legend of the game. But we appreciate everybody, man. I'm excited. This is going to be an incredible season for the Pods, for DSG, for everybody at home. Let's 5 out, baby. Don't fear the heater. Mies, any last words?
Appreciate everybody, man. We'll be staying consistent during the season, but let's have a year.
Hell yeah, baby. Peace.